What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the farm. Today we are finally going to button up the last couple of things on the walk-in cooler build. So the first thing I'm going to talk about here is there were some definite mistakes that we made when it came to the actual cooling of the cooler. So we made a couple of assumptions, and in principle what we did should have worked, but there were a couple of factors that we didn't consider that ended up making it not work. So I will go into the cooler real quick and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. When we started this project, we thought it would be a great idea. We bought a really good air conditioner and it had a great BTU value. This is actually not it. This is a new air conditioner. So the air conditioner that we bought, it turns out it was not compatible. It was actually too good of a unit to work the way that we needed it to work. So what we did, and again, we've already taken that air conditioner out and we have put this new one in. What we did is we took the temperature sensor out of the old unit, and it was set up a little bit different. It was on this side of the old unit. We took it out and we put it inside. We made a little insulated box right here that was just an electrical junction box that we literally just filled with insulation, and we put a light bulb in it. And what the light bulb does is it tricks the thermostat on the air conditioner into thinking that it's warmer in this room than it really is. So when the air conditioner only gets down to about 62 degrees, once it gets to 62, it shuts itself off, but the light bulb is tricking this thermostat into thinking that it's still warm in here. So it will continue to run, and it would let it get colder than 62 degrees in here. But the AC unit that we bought, it was a Fedder brand, Fedder. It was smarter than the little trick we were trying to play on it. So the real way that people do this is they buy what's called a Coolbot, and that's what we did. That's an actual controller that is designed specifically for making air conditioner coolers. So we did end up buying a Coolbot, and when we bought the Coolbot, that's when we found out that that's why the air conditioner we bought wasn't working. It was on their list of AC units that don't buy this. They don't work with our product. So didn't realize that was the case. So when we bought the Coolbot, we ended up getting a new air conditioner. This is an LG, and the LG will be compatible with the Coolbot. So we just read through the instructions. It's only like 8 steps. It looks like it's pretty much plug and play. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get that screwed to the wall, get it installed on the air conditioner, and then we'll see how fast we can get the temperature down in there. So this is the unit here. All we're going to do is we're just going to screw it to the wall right here next to the AC unit, and then we will just go step by step per the instructions to get it installed. So the next thing we're doing is we're going to find, you see we're labeled here, so we need our heater cord. And then what this is going to do is we need to take out our temperature sensor off of the unit here. So we have our heater. Yep, we have our heater one. And then we're going to take it and we're going to put it right next to this. And then it comes with this little single piece of aluminum foil. So all we're going to do is we're going to insulate this to keep them together with the aluminum foil. Just like that. And then from here, we have our sensor. This one is for the fins. So it says what we need to do is we need to come to the fins here, and we need to be above the first pipe and below the second pipe. So we're going to come over here, and I'm actually just going to use where the temperature sensor was. It says just take a pen or a pencil, create a little hole, maybe a little bit bigger, and then you only need to go in about 1/4 of an inch. And it says, do not force it, you only need to be in 1/4 of an inch. So then the last sensor is just the room sensor. We'll zip tie this up somewhere over here. So we're just going to kind of tidy everything up, make sure everything's secure. We're going to put a zip tie here on these sensors. Right now all that's holding them together is the aluminum foil. So we're going to go ahead and cinch this down to make sure that they stay together. And then we'll get all these cords buttoned up as well, looking nice. We'll run our room sensor over here so it's not directly next to the unit. So we're actually getting a good reading of room temperature. And it's not got the cold air blowing directly on it. One other thing it did mention in the instructions with the heater wire that is attaching to the thermostat of the AC, you need to make sure that this ends up below. You don't want it anywhere near your cold air, where the cold air is coming out of the unit. It says you want it below the, well below where the air is coming out. And as we are getting this all buttoned back up to be able to put the cover back on, you are supposed to remove the filter and keep it out. So that is also in the instructions. I would assume, because you have these sensors and stuff that are going to be inside the unit, the filter probably gets in the way of them. And then if it does clog up, I imagine that would probably screw with readings and stuff as well. So it does say remove the filter and keep it out. So we've got all the wires buttoned up and looking nice. We actually have it turned on already, but what you need to do is you need to make sure you are set to cool. You want your fan speed on high. Fan speed 3, fan speeds on high. You need to set to the lowest possible temperature, and then you need to make sure that you are not on any kind of like energy saver or economy mode, because it wants the fan running all the time. So we're going to make sure we're not on energy saver or economy. Once you have all of those settings done, you can turn on your power up your Coolbot, and then all you do is set it to the temperature you want. So we set it to 40, so we're at 39 right now. So it is not calling for any cooling right now. And then we have this remote that slings to our thermometer that is actually out here in the sugar shop. So we can monitor it with the door closed. Here we are jumped into the future, probably about 4 weeks. We ran through our entire maple syrup season, and the Coolbot worked like an absolute charm. It was able to keep our cooler, head in there real quick, it was able to keep our cooler between 38 and 40 degrees for the entire season. There were a couple of times, I can think of one specific time where I did see it above 40 degrees. See right here, we're at 39 right now. There was one like 70 degree day where it did have a little bit of a problem keeping it that cool, but it worked, like I said, like an absolute charm for our application for keeping our sap cold here for our maple syrup processing. We just finished up that season, got everything, getting it all cleaned up to put it away. So if you got any interest in checking out any of the maple syrup videos, make sure you check those out on the channel. We'll leave some down in the description, maybe even drop a link right here. So if you guys had any questions about the install on the Coolbot or how it's worked for us, make sure you leave those down in the comments for me. But compared to the little jerry rig that we tried to do originally using the light bulb, this has made it an absolute dream. It just took all the guesswork out of it, and it is literally just set it and forget it. So while we did pay the price, it was significantly more expensive. In the long run, this is what's going to serve the needs for what we have going on back here in our maple syrup shop. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, think about hitting that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And until next time, y'all, we will see ya.